You've heard a lot over the last few days about our products, our technology, our innovation. You're not going to hear about any of that in this session. You're going to hear from senior technology leaders from a few of our most strategic customers and how they've been able to operationalize those technologies and be successful with their security programs. So I invite my fellow panelists, please join me up on stage. Don't worry, we'll get to Russ. We're joined here by Michael Calderon, Chief Information Security Officer of Yageo Group. He joins us with 30 years experience in tech security and risk mitigation. He heads a high-performing security team of supporting over 40,000 employees across 20 countries. We're also joined by John Shifty, who's Director of Network Services Orchestration at BlackRock, a financial services organization with $1.8 trillion in assets under management. He's been director at BlackRock since 2017 and brings 30 years of experience in cybersecurity and networking leadership. And finally, yes, we're joined by Russ Traynor, Senior Vice President of Information Technology. This is his 15th year with the 3-time Super Bowl winning Denver Broncos.
We need another one. We need another one.
More than one.
He oversees all IT systems at the training center and in Power Field at Mile High. He has 32 years of experience as an IT professional, and he also served the United States Coast Guard. So just to kick things off, Russ, we'll start with you. Where do you intend to invest your time in the coming months and year, and how does that align with the area of greatest impact within your organization?
Yeah, that's a good question, Jeff. So I'll step back a little bit, and I'll say, candidly, our cyber posture maturity is we're still on that journey. We're still climbing that rope, if you will. But I'll say we have IT audits and risk assessments each year, that kind of thing. The thing we're now switching gears to, we do good on the tactical, on the technical pieces, those kind of things, right, where the rubber meets the road, but more of the compliance, the regulatory pieces, the documentation sides of things. So we'll be shifting actually adding some dollars probably over the next 1 to 3 years and kind of going after that world a little stronger than we are now. So, but we're on a journey. I think somebody said yesterday, you're never really fully mature, right? Because the bad guys are still coming, and hopefully we're staying ahead of that. But you're always kind of reaching for that next level, I think. So.
Yeah, thanks. John, how about you?
A lot of what Russ is saying, that focus is there. You're always maturing your organization's security posture. Some of the key things we're looking at doing is automation, self-service, event-driven. A lot of stuff you're hearing here, the zero trust. It's trying to make that environment react and be able to move at the speed that our development teams are, as well as the cybersecurity threats are out there.
Yeah, understanding it's a journey, John. Do you feel that you're closer to a mature end state, or still kind of?
It's like Russ is saying, I don't think you're ever going to be mature. It's like, you're always learning something, you're trying to stay ahead of it. It's, are you at the point you need to be to keep up with where your organization needs to be? How quickly can you react, to the threat? How quickly can you react to give the access and requirements that all the pieces and parts have to be to fit together?
Sure, thanks. Michael, email's a pain point for all of us. What's the relative risk within your organization that you see that represent, and how does that fit into your overall cybersecurity strategy?
I've never been part of an organization where email is not absolutely critical. I mean, everything comes in through email. I email my team, I get emails from my CEO, we get emails from customers, we get emails from partners, we transfer important information over to that because that's the tool that's designed and is put at people's desktops. And so email is being used in ways that it was probably never imagined when it was first created. But it's easy, it's ubiquitous, and we have to rise to the challenge and find a way to protect that. Like John and Russ both said, we're never going to be fully mature, but maturity is something that is constantly growing. We're all pushing to do a little bit better than we did the day before. And there may be areas where we take a step back or where adversaries find new advantages that they can use, and we have to continue to rise to that challenge.
Yeah, no, that's great. John, just shifting to collaboration, and I know that BlackRock seeks to collaborate with partner organizations. How do you define that collaboration, and how is it impacting the operations and your ability to kind of move quickly through your security program?
I mean, it's key that all of our vendors, all of our partners, we build that relationship for a reason. It's not something we're just going out looking at price, we're looking at different pieces. It's that partnership. We trust their expertise, where they're positioned in the market. Security is key for any of our vendors, not even the security vendors. Anyone who's out there, they have to be able to meet that. That way, when we go out and put that solution in place, it meets, or exceeds what we currently have, and gets us to that next level. And and as we start building that, and we've seen this, with yourself as well, is we start getting better at what we're doing and be able to react quicker to where we have to be going forward.
And I imagine it's also a byproduct of the effect that your team, based on the number of human resources that you have to support the vast number of technologies that your end user community is demanding support for.
It's definitely less with more, or more with less, I should say.
That's right.
And trying to get everything moving and keep it moving where it needs to be.
Yeah. Russ, what do you think?
Yeah, so I think Mike said it yesterday. We all have plenty of budget. We all have the workers we want, right? Nobody really does. I thought that was funny. From that perspective, we have a small team. We're a big brand. The Broncos are a big brand, but we have about 350 full-timers, not counting the players. So I rely on my partners to really consider them another full-time headcount on my team, right? We have 10 folks, so supplementing that, John's right. We want to make sure we partner with the right folks. And really, from a time, we don't like switching vendors and partners every 1 to 2 or 3 years. We're in it. We want to select the right partner, a good fit, and do that roadmap with them, right? Kind of go along the journey with them. Checkpoint's been great at that. And so I wish some of the other vendors I had would be there. So, and then also the other side of the things, I think John mentioned a little bit ago. So I'm selfishly, I think about the IT systems we have, but also I have plumbers, electricians, those kind of things, and they have different systems on their side, building automation systems, lighting. We just need to work with those line of business partners as well to make sure that security is the top of their mind. First of all, it's all about function, right? Does it fit what they're after? What they're after there, technical, and then getting them to think security right after that, right? That's what we're all trying to get to. So,
I mean, the other function is the real-time effects, the real-time impact, right? All of you operate businesses that there are real-time consequences to things not going well. And whether it's game day, whether it's financial services or electronic component manufacturing, that the real-time impact and having the capacity to respond in real time and have partners that can work with you to deliver those real-time results is, I imagine, quite critical to the organization. Michael, what do you think as it relates to both email and your broader cybersecurity program?
It's funny, the conversation about partners and vendors, just following the remarks about maturity, that's the way I think about it. We have lots of vendors, we have very few partners. That's a maturity scale all of its own, because we can buy from anybody, but are they really going to be there when we need them? Are they going to deliver the services? Are they going to do all of the extra things that we need them to do in order to maintain a good partnership and deliver for our business and our customers what they need when they need it in a secure way?
Sure. So we're gonna move on to AI, and obviously it's not just the buzz of the year, but we are obviously entering a new age, a new era where AI, both tooling for internal adoption of the data that you guys use, as well as both broader externally for your consumers externally, and the effects of those tools and systems that allow your organizations to move more quickly, solving business problems is changing at a high rate of velocity, both in terms of the current pace as well as the rate of change of that pace. Michael, in terms of leveraging AI to build successful teams and helping your teams move more quickly, how do you see AI's role in that?
Well, as Russ said, none of us have the teams that we think we need in order to really provide the level of security we'd like to. And so we've always looked for ways to automate, to run teams lean, to ensure that we have tools that will help us do some of the more basic tasks or more repetitive tasks. AI is great for that. We've also got the potential, the big brother types of AI that we're talking about, where they might be reading my emails or looking at my team's messages, deciding, is Michael in a good mood today? Is Michael happy as an employee? Is Michael maybe an insider threat that we need to consider? Personally, I think that there's a lot of potential there for AI to be there where we can't. Not necessarily to rummage through my emails, because I think that might be kind of useless, but to do the things that our level 1 techs are doing, that our level 2 techs are doing, eventually to automate more and more of that activity. I think it was Gil who said in one of the sessions yesterday, one of the big benefits that we're already seeing is AI taking over those tasks so that people can be more analytical, get more feeling and satisfaction out of their work because they're doing more meaningful work. That's what I want for my team.
Yeah. They're making higher level business decisions as opposed to the more mundane operational tasks. Yeah, so John, where are you guys on your AI journey, and both in terms of the cybersecurity program as well as more broadly in terms of how you can improve, if we assume technology's most fundamental goal is to improve the human experience, how that's manifesting itself in your organization?
Yeah, good question. I mean, our our AI journey is not new. I mean, we've been doing AI for a while, machine learning, large language models. We use that data to help make, or improve our different aspects of our businesses, from operations to making investment decisions and making the right choices for end clients. I think where we start seeing the shift and where the noise is from this week is, bringing that to the end users, giving them the ability to do things that they're not able to do previously that required somebody behind the scenes still programming and thinking about that. Now it's getting to the point, making it mainstream. It doesn't require somebody to go in and look at a log or do that. They can type a question in and pop that information back. And it's really improving multiple aspects of it. And over time, I think, you're going to see that. I think when you start looking at it, it's all the different vendors. How do they all fit together? Because there is a lot of vendors, there's a lot of noise. And, do you have one AI platform to do everything? Do you have 5 different AI platforms to do 5 different things? So you're really looking forward to see how the vendors kind of make that, lack of a better word, a standard or visibility, so that I'm not going to 3 different systems to get, 3 different answers to get the final result.
Sure. We were recently in a period where many organizations adopted a cloud-first approach to certain modernization or initiatives or application delivery. I anticipate we'll soon have an age where it will be AI first. Can AI solve this problem? And if not, then we'll rely on the humans.
Yep.
Russ, what does the art of the possible look like with AI in your organization?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll preface this by AI policy. We're so close to doing one. Us, the Broncos, the clubs, and the league, we're very close to getting that done, checkboxing that. And then the other thing is we got to develop an AI training program for folks as well, right? So we're getting close to that. But I am excited. I agree with these guys that I think there's a lot that could be done. And selfishly, I kind of come to my IT world and what we can do better and find more efficiencies across the board there. But then reaching out to some of those business line folks and kind of getting them, moving their brains just a little bit, tweaking and trying to get them in that AI mode. So we're looking at Microsoft Copilot now. We're seeing what that looks like, right? There's a whole data categorization, data governance piece that sits inside there right before you launch that. So there's some work to be had there, but I do got some users asking for that, as John said earlier. And then I think working with those folks to get some small wins in AI at different departments and getting those champions in those departments to kind of drive that forward. I think that's key. All right, now I'm super excited about all that, but the bad guys kind of scare me a little bit on the AI front. I think Gil said that yesterday. We can't have humans. We're just not quick enough these days, right? So I think having...
Well, not at our age.
Not at all, yeah, true that. Yeah, but having those platforms be that much more efficient, that much quicker in the back end, that I'm excited about that. But I'm a little nervous at the same time, data security, just like you guys all are, right? As you unleash that tool out in your companies. So.
Yeah, I mean, that brings up a really important point about securing both the AI tooling that you're using as well as how that gets leveraged from either data exfiltration and the capacity for poisoning of data sets and many other advanced topics as it relates to security around AI. And open question for any of you. Have you guys looked at any capabilities, or are there concerns that you guys are evaluating around that in defining those AI policies that are still in development?
Yeah, I guess I'll take that one real quick. So, yes, we are concerned about those different things. The other thing I'm excited for is really we have all these disparate systems, right? Security-wise and also IT-wise. It would be great if we can harness that AI, and we were talking yesterday a little bit, and kind of get to that. Everybody wants that one pane of glass. I really just want to know what's wrong at what time, from that perspective. If everything else is running, that's all green. Right? No harm, no foul. We're kind of invisible. Things are just working. But I really would like to harness the AI pieces later on to kind of give me and my team that oversight and that quick, and go from more of a proactive approach to reactive. We're more reactive right now. We're getting there, and that's where the partners and my team kind of due diligence, keep kind of driving forward, as Mike said, just keep getting a little bit better every day kind of thing. So, but I could see AI helping in that regard for sure.
Yeah, and Gil mentioned it yesterday that security can't, if security is the priority, then moving all that data to the cloud is not necessarily the default best approach. And similarly, many organizations have invented in SIMs like Splunk that are very, very expensive, and they're looking to find ways to wean off of those types of expensive tools. And being able to have some type of operational capability to be able to query full data sets where they are, where they live. I think, Michael, you mentioned earlier when we were chatting, meet them where they are and meet the technologies where they are and be able to query those as in kind of an operational capability that AI can accelerate for us in delivering that single pane of glass.
Yeah, I think that's a really critical point because, speaking for myself, but I imagine this is the same basically everywhere, businesses don't make decisions based on the most secure option. If that was the case, we wouldn't be in business. We're making decisions based on how quickly we can achieve results, how we can take the next step forward. And so we come in as part of that conversation, hoping to lend our advice, help steer the conversation to one where we can achieve those goals in a safe and secure and sustainable way.
That's great. Well, I want to thank all the panelists. Thank you guys for listening in on our conversation, and we'll continue with the program.
Excellent.
Great, thanks.
Perfect. Thanks, Jeff.
Jeff, thank you.